Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I love that.
How you all doing?
Mike and
What a lovely day.
Mike and I go really quiet when that comes out because you can hear us. So we're dead quiet in the room. But
So
hello,
hard.
everybody, and welcome to our latest live stream for Mighty Travel. It's quite a lot going on today. We've got quite a lot to talk about. But first of all, let's start off with some shout outs. So first of all, big welcome to all of our new YouTube and Facebook followers and subscribers. A big welcome to you all. Please remember, guys, if you're in the room and you're not subscribed, subscribe, like, ring the bell, all that jazz, because that is what is going to get us noticed, and we can do this more and more often. Down below, you can see there, I don't think it's actually got our YouTube channel on there, though, but obviously you're on it, so happy days. Right then, so let's start with some shout outs. Let's start with Mandy. Mandy Benton, one of our good followers there. She's currently on Discovery 2, the Grecian Discovery Cruise. Hope you're having a great time there, Mandy.
I bet she's loving it.
I hope so.
And I also want to give a shout out to Chris and Sarah Haddington. They have just come back, I believe, from Corfu. And they were going to do what we suggested, which was when they were in Dubrovnik, go across to Lockram. So I'm dying to hear what you thought of it and whether our advice was...
Fingers crossed they're in the rooms. They can tell us.
Yeah, hopefully.
But first of all, the most important thing, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is... Mary, I hope you've got yours.
Oh, we got the gin.
Gin and tonics, guys. I'm off tomorrow, so happy days.
Oh, that's nice.
Yachida.
Dave makes a good gin.
Right then.
Right, who's in the room?
Let's start with some comments.
Right.
Room? We have got Cruising with the Whites. Hello,
hey,
guys. How are you? We are very well, thank you.
For those that weren't here, last live stream, we had Cruising with the Whites, Alex and Ryan on. So if you weren't here, go check out their YouTube channel and give them a big thumbs up and a follow.
We've also got one of our top 10 followers in the room, Mary.
Yay,
Mary's
Mary.
in the room. Hello, Mary. How are you, Chuck? Mary, she might be on a cruise. We don't know because Mary is cruising all the time. Stephen Brown. Hello, Stephen. How are you?
Stephen.
Donna Cooper's in.
Donna. It's always lovely to have Donna here.
Billy Blacklock's in. Kerry McCulloch. They're all in tonight.
They're all in. How lucky are we tonight? Stuart. Stuart.
Oh, and even... Where's Stuart? Oh,
Stuart and Kerry.
But you're jumping people.
Stuart and Kerry.
Mary's,
am I?
Yeah, Kerry's in before Stuart. That's the problem. Mary's put, we can hear you and see you. Good, great picture.
That's good.
Cheers, guys. Hopefully it was all sorted thanks to Mike and Mark.
I think we might have solved our problem with the quality, and we're doing it sort of with a wired connection now, and that seems to have solved it. So we're happy about that, aren't we? Because we were very, very worried about the quality.
Go on.
No,
I was going to say Mary's on the Chardonnay tonight, not the gin and tonic, but she says Yachida back.
Oh, Yakida.
Jummy is in the room. Hello, all. Happy Sunday. Hello, Jummy.
Good to have you with us again.
McCulloch is in the room. Hi, everyone from Stuart in Swansea. All right, buddy. Len's Legacy. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Hi, Len's Legacy.
Cruising with the Whites. Thanks, guys. No worry. Laura. Hi, boys. Hope you're both well.
Laura.
Isn't it lovely weather, though?
Oh, it's been a beautiful
I feel so
day.
much better because the weather's beautiful.
Oh, waking up in the morning, opening the blinds and seeing the blue sky. It's perfect. Who needs to cruise when you get this weather here?
Exactly. Cruising with the Whites, not long till you're holding. No, it's round the corner.
Yeah, 13 days.
Can't wait.
13 days. But we're going to talk a little bit about P&O and the booking procedure and the difference with Marella.
Can I just say John's in the room? John.
Oh,
hello, John.
John.
Thought dress code tonight was tuxedo or suits.
Oh,
Why did I bother wearing mine?
A bit too warm.
It was going to be, but I still have 10 days to go to lose a little bit to be able to fasten mine up. So not just yet for me, I'm afraid. Dimitri,
we might surprise you.
Dimitri is in the room. Hello, Dimitri.
Hey, Dimitri.
How are you?
Good to have you again.
Now, Dimitri, if I'm not mistaken, were you the one we met in Gran Canaria?
Yes.
See,
it was well remembered.
Yes. Well, I spoke to Dimitri in the queue at Barron Hall. So,
well, it was lovely to meet you in Gran Canaria, Dimitri. Yes. So, and welcome to the stream. It was great to meet you.
I just hope we didn't embarrass ourselves. Keith.
Oh, Keith, how you doing?
Oh, Keith's coming straight in with a question.
Yeah.
So, please explain the 4 cruise control options, just to be clear, for our Marella cruise on Discovery 2 in May. The 4 cruise control options.
Right. Without having it up, I know you've got the cruise planner, you've got basically when you go into the cruise planner, you get 4 different options. And one is like your general needing to do the paperwork that you need to do. The cruise planner is where you find all the specialty dining. There's another section which I think you can get your boarding pass and luggage labels from. So without having it up, it's a little bit difficult for me to remember it. But
I would recommend to anybody in the room right now that if you're going to ask a question like this, let us know beforehand by sending us an email. Let me send it here now, because we can then get some actual screenshots that we can pop on for you. So in future, guys, if you want a question like this, mightytravel@icloud.com. Send us a question in there. We can pre-prepare that answer for you with some screenshots.
Yeah, and there is a video. There is a YouTube video on our channel, Keith, which is just about the cruise planner. So if you just go on our channel, YouTube channel, and search for that video, if you put cruise planner, or if you look, I think the cruise planner was probably done on the Discovery 2 cruise. But it's on there, and it goes through that cruise planner in detail. So
Keith
might be a good
Keith's come in there heavy. He's put us on the spot there, and I love it, Keith.
Yeah,
testing us.
We like a tough one, but there is a video on it.
Jacqueline's in. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline.
How are you?
How's you doing this evening?
We got Noor Lam in. Hi guys, only 5 days now. And
Noor's a top fan.
Before our first cruise, Treasures of the Med on the first one. I really look forward to it. Appreciate all the help you've given us so far. Well, you've got Michael to thank there, because Michael is really heavily invested now in doing these little hints and tips videos, which are proven to be really popular.
Yeah, they've done really well, and first-time cruising videos have done really well. So I think that's been, sort of quite successful. And of course, I'm retired, so I get more time. Poor Dave has to work long shifts.
Love it though. I love it. Thomas Aitken, hi guys from a roast in Alva, Portugal. Beat Scotland
any day.
Do you know what? I would have said on the last one I'd love to be there now, but today has been absolutely superb. It's been boiling. I was in the garden. I think I've burnt my back. But it's been lovely weather here as well. But yes, Portugal is stunning.
I mean, we love Scotland. Scotland is so beautiful. It's just a shame they don't get the weather, really. Otherwise, we'd spend a lot more time in Scotland. But of course, Portugal, we love, don't we?
We love Portugal. We have been to Porto, Algeciras, Coimbra, Lisbon.
Beautiful country.
Probably some other places there, but we love it. Stunning place.
So lucky you in Portugal.
Look who's in the room. It's Chris Haddington. Hey, you two. Resting up now, ready for the off at 4 a.m. to the airport. Thanks, you both. We're off to Croatia.
I thought you'd been.
Oh, they're not been yet.
No, I thought you'd been. Oh, well, we're looking forward. Now, one thing we weren't sure, I don't think it's a cruise, is it, Chris? Is it a cruise, or are you land-based travelling around?
I'm hoping it's land-based. They get some more time there.
I don't know, but they're doing Dubrovnik. I know they're doing Dubrovnik.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Dubrovnik's amazing.
John's come in with some really good advice here. John's put on Cruise Planner, if they are greyed out, means that section is not ready yet to do. Keith, John is your man there, because that information is obviously very relevant. Yeah,
because things like your boarding pass and your luggage labels are not usually available until about a week before, probably even just.
I think most things on there are all sequenced in time.
I mean, Marella are pretty good that you usually get emails telling you when you've got things that need doing, but just go press on each of them, and it was all pretty clear what to do with them. I mean, the specialty dining, your excursions are on there as well.
Definitely. Stephen has come in with a question. Are you guys all packed and ready for your cruise on your own? No.
He's got his tux now.
I've got my tux, and I've specifically, it fits, but it's a little bit tight. So I've got 10 days to try and lose a little bit of size on the waist. But I don't usually have my tux closed anyway, because I wear a cummerbund as well, just to even bring it in a bit more. So I tend to have the jacket slightly open. But I'm looking forward to it. And we bought a few bits and bobs yesterday in Manchester, didn't we?
And for those of you that don't know, my tux from 15 years ago, picture on Facebook, it still fits me.
And mine didn't at all.
I might have to go and buy some shiny black shoes, though. I haven't got those yet. But we're pretty much there, aren't we? But because I've lost the weight, a lot of my tops are too big for me now. So I might have to go and splash out on a few new polo shirts.
We'll treat ourselves. Jacqueline has put a question. Can you put £200 at reception instead of a credit card?
Yes, you can.
Can you?
Yes, you can. Well, you can put cash down.
That's really good to know.
Yeah,
so
cash or credit card. Yeah.
This is a new one on me.
Yeah, just go to reception and you'll be able to put that down. I think sometimes there is a minimum and I think it probably is about £200 that you.
So I take it that at the end, if you don't spend it all, you have to go there and physically.
I actually I'm not sure whether you have to spend it. I can't see that you'd have to, because they'd only take what you did on the credit card. But I don't really know how it would go if you only spent
The only reason why I ask is because to the moment you leave that ship, then you get billed, don't you, when you're off the ship? Yeah. Yes. The problem with this is if you went and paid your bill, but then we're still on the ship. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I just don't know how the refund would work, because
if anyone's done it, let us know, because we haven't done it.
And if obviously we're not 100% sure, we will find out. We will put that down and look into that so that we can give you a better answer next time.
Definitely. Mary, travel information, cruise planner, passport information, and luggage tags are the 4 options on cruise control.
Excellent. And I think within the cruise planner is the main one that we used well before, because that's the way you book your dining and your excursions.
Definitely. Right, where we got John, Mary first. Travel information. Oh, no, we've done that. John, gagging for a drink but working. So it's mugs of tea. Question: how can I disguise white wine as tea? Drink it out of a mug.
Put a bit of milk in it.
Yeah, and a bit of brown food colouring. Days.
That's our suggestion anyway.
John, what you like.
Shall we do a bit of news and information and then catch up again?
Okay, right then.
Unless you want to go a little bit further on here.
No, I recognise John's thing, so it'd be a good place to go from there.
Right.
So news.
I'm coming back to the fridges first.
Okay.
Do you want to do the fridges? Because I'm going to do the next one. Okay. Basically, fridges, we've been clarified that they may be in deluxe cabins and above, but Marella have said that they do not guarantee a fridge in any cabin. So you may get one if you're in a deluxe cabin and above. Below that, you won't get a fridge unless you request one for medical reasons. But there's also a possibility, don't guarantee that you're going to have a fridge.
See, I think that's really bad, because let's say, for example, you both paid the same price, and I know a fridge isn't everything, but let's be fair, guys. If you've stayed in a room with a fridge, it's very useful.
Fridge is important to some people.
But it wouldn't be fair, would it, if like we were with Mark and Jack and they had a fridge and we didn't? Obviously, we'd use their fridge. Yeah. But
I think it's like if you can't sort of really say that every cabin, deluxe or above, some will have fridges and some might not. Yeah. You know, that's I suppose to get them out if they have.
The St. Lucia suites and things like that will definitely have them, because they've got a bar area. There's an actual dedicated bar area.
I think probably a lot of the deluxe and above have still got them, but I think they're covering themselves by saying not everyone might.
Well, I don't like it. Marella, sort it out. So what else we got? We've also got, so I was reading the day, I sent a little snippet to Michael, because I was devastated to hear, if anyone was on this cruise, I do apologise, P&O cancelled a cruise. Now, it was only a 3-nighter, but the problem was the way they did it was absolutely shocking. So the people that were due to embark on the Monday morning were told on Sunday night that their cruise had been cancelled. And this is all because P&O didn't hit the deadline with their refurb. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry, but that is absolutely disgusting, and left 1,900 passengers without a cruise having to get refunds.
And I don't think it gave people a chance to replace it. There was no time for people to rebook for near there. And I think it just would be really, imagine our cruise was cancelled.
You have a look at what we've done for our cruise. We've got a hotel the night before, with parking, all these different extras we've paid before the cruise. Well, that would have been pointless, and you couldn't claim that back. Yeah. And that's quite sad, really, isn't it? So
I just think it must be devastating for people in that situation, but it's not the first time it's happened, and it's happened to with other cruise companies as well.
And another thing as well, mate, let's go on to Marella quickly, because we love our musical theatre shows.
We do.
Now, have you heard what they're thinking of getting rid of?
I have, and I'm absolutely shocked that one of the shows that we think is probably our favourite show that we've seen on a Marella cruise is being replaced.
That is, if you've seen the show Cogs, now you might love it.
Put a clip on.
You might hate it. We absolutely loved it. Cogs is going, guys. Anyway, in a nutshell,
it was a brilliant show.
A fantastic show. Great musicals.
But this is just word I have had off one person who loved the show as well, who said, have you heard they're replacing it? Now, they did tell me what they're replacing it with, and I cannot remember, but I'll try and find out. But if you're on Marella and you see cogs, let me know, because obviously it's duff information if it's still on there, or if it's still on there in a certain period of time future. But it's a brilliant show.
It's a really good show.
So but then hopefully I suppose they have to evolve, don't they? And they have to keep changing things. And
they do.
You know, maybe that show's been around a lot longer than we realise.
Do you want to do some more comments, or do you want to go on to hints and
let's catch up with the comments, and then I will give a tip that I've learned this week that a few people have fallen foul of.
Let me just get rid of that a second and that for a second, just so I can pull up some comments. Right then, so where are we?
Where did we get to? Let me have a bit of gin.
So Laura must agree with that. All these videos have been so helpful for first-time cruisers. I was so nervous not knowing what to do, but with all your hints and tips, I feel so prepared now. Well, it's only going to get better, Laura, because Michael, when he starts to do solo cruises, is going to be bringing out left, right, and centre loads of solo cruise videos, because there's not many. I mean, there's that lovely lady that's going to be coming on live soon. She does the solo cruise videos.
Yeah. There's a lady called Kerry who is going to be our next guest on here. I'm not sure when yet, because she is currently on an amazing trip that I'm sure she'll tell us about. And she's also got like a list of things to do before she's 40. And so I was fascinated by learning some of the things on there, and she's currently cracking a few of them on this holiday that she's on.
Fair play to the girl, fair play. Chris Haddington, just a week nearby Dubrovnik, looking at doing another cruise in September.
Lovely.
Is it a place called, it's pronounced Savtat, but it's spelt like Cavtat? Is it Cavtat you're going to, Chris? Because if it is, it's beautiful. We've stayed there.
Yeah, because if you have got a bit of time, definitely if you're in Dubrovnik, go across to Lockram Island, it's lovely, and then come back to Dubrovnik later in the day when a lot of the cruise passengers have gone. But you can also get the ferry to Cavtat.
But can I say though, they're staying land-based, so they can go there in the evening.
Yeah.
And I bet it's stunning where that sun's coming out, because all the cruise ship passengers have to be back on board at a certain time.
Oh, I would imagine going to Dubrovnik after, you know, as the sun starts to set would be amazing. Get on those city walls and watch the sunsets. Be amazing, Chris.
Beautiful. Dan, hi guys. Question as per Facebook question regarding Caribbean cruise. So Dan had asked a question on Facebook. Well, he hadn't asked a question. He said he had a lot of questions for us.
Yes.
So Dan,
fire away.
John Freeman, if you deposit cash, you get back what's not spent. You can top up anytime.
Oh, that's good then.
The question from me though, John, is how does it work? So when you're checking out, is that when you?
Well, presumably,
because you have to check out way before you disembark. This is the problem.
No, but you can follow your account on the Navigate app, so you can see what you've spent and how much your bill is. And I presume if you put £200 down, if you can see that you're going to need more, you can go and top it up. Or if you come to the end of your cruise, always the night before, I would sort it out.
Yeah.
And you've only spent £140 of your £200, then go to the reception and claim that money back that evening.
Mary is actually coming here with a bit of an answer. She says you don't need to put any cards or cash behind that reception. You can even just go and put £20 on if you bought something for that price. Oh,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. We have always been told twice when we've been on the ship that we've got to go and register a card. And because we hadn't done it pre-cruise, we had to go to reception the first evening and put the cards on.
Well, Mary's backed it up with a bit more, saying any cash left on the account can be cashed back out before you leave the ship. So on disembarkation, that's good to know.
So presumably that's not till the morning you leave, because obviously they can give you the money back and then you go and spend it all before you leave the next day.
John has got the I read that then it's got the dentures in. Sorry, John. John's got the dementias in. Mary has put, agree, Dave. I think a fridge should definitely be provided.
Yeah.
I understand why they're taking them out of the lower class rooms. I understand that, but I think if you're paying a lot of money for some of the suites and things like that, they should be guaranteed. And like I said to you before, I can guarantee they will be in suites that have a bar area, like the St. Lucia suite and things like that.
And just to clarify as well, though, that you can request a fridge to your room if you need one for medication, for any medicine. Then what I would suggest, do you want to go to the banners?
Mm-hmm.
We'll put the assisted travel number up.
Okay.
And we would always say, ring these people if you've got any worries about any sort of assistance needed on the ship. Then apparently this number will get you the help that you need, and also probably worth ringing and asking for a fridge if you need one for medical reasons.
Definitely. So that can go back on live, and you can pause that to get that number again. Where were we? Because every time we move, we lose our placement. Mary, John, Mary. Here we go. Smithy family.
Hello, Smithy family.
We just got back from our first cruise on Explorer 2 and booked our next one on Voyager. Thanks for all your tips. You'll love it. You'll love Voyager.
We absolutely Voyager.
Hold on,
Nick.
Yeah. It's like Mary in Portugal.
I mean, in fairness, we've loved all the Marella ships we've been on, but if just by a smidge, the Voyager would be our favourite, wouldn't it?
I am so excited though for the new ships.
Oh,
I'm hoping it's
I've got the dates. I've got the years anyway. I haven't got the exact dates, but 2030 is the first one. 2032 is the second. These are the delivery years.
Not. Oh, delivery to them going out?
Yes.
So that's not bad. 5 years. That's not too bad.
No, I mean, we're going to try and book on it anyway, aren't we?
We will be on it. We will be on it. Trust me.
And everybody here, we've got to go on one of these new ships.
That'll be our group cruise.
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah, the new one.
5 years' time. If you don't know, anyone that's watching, Marella have announced 2 new ships. Like I said, 2030, 2032. Our worry, though, is they're going to be bringing out mega ships like P&O did when they went from the size of Aurora all the way up to the size of Iona. And is it Azura? No, it's
Avia and
Iona. And it's like, wow, they're big. Dan has put a question. Hey, guys, as per Facebook question regarding Caribbean cruise, when you're in port and want to go in the sea, is there anywhere you can leave valuables safely? And is there anywhere to get changed? No. When you are going into port, everything is down to you. Marella does not hold any kiosks or offices in the ports. It's all down to you.
And we've never seen lockers anywhere by the beach. What we do is the beach, you will have the busy bit, usually where the sun loungers and stuff and the parasols are. But most of the beaches in the Caribbean, if you walk a bit one way or the other, you will come to a quieter bit. And we always position ourselves right near the water. And we find that we've never had a problem. We go in the water near where we are and just keep an eye. One of us always keeps an eye.
There could be. We've just never really looked.
No, we haven't, because
we've always been in a group before. And one of us is always like just sat there listening to music or whatever they're in the sea.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, obviously, don't take anything more than you need to. You've got the wristband, haven't you, that you put your card in?
Yeah, so it sounds really stupid. Do you know, like tennis players' wristbands? I've got one of those with a zip in it. So all I ever take out is a card, because I can wear that in the water. My card is with me at all times. I'll have a credit card and my normal card in there. And then that way, you know, I'm never going to lose it. It's always on my person. Yeah. And I don't really take that much out with me at all.
No, it's just phones, really. And obviously, I've got credit cards in the back of my phone. I've got a compartment. So I couldn't really take that in the water. But as I say, it's... Be careful, be mindful. If it's really busy and there's lots of sellers walking backwards and forwards along the beach, just keep it where you can see it. Sort of don't walk, have it right at the back, at the top of the beach, and, then wander down to swim. Position, we just put our towels down by there. And
we also have, Michael bought one for our friend Malcolm, and he's got as well, a dry case for the phones. And it's a simple lanyard with a polythene sort of bag that zip-locks up, and it's waterproof. So you could always have, like I said, your card there and your phone on you there. Yeah. And you go in the water and everything's going to be on you.
That's a good. I don't know why we haven't done that, because it was the first ever cruise that I bought one of those phones.
Well, it's good for photos underwater as well, because it's really effective.
And I mean, without it's the credit cards in the back. I mean, the phone I could take in the water and it would probably be fine. But I think one of those cases would solve the problem for me now with having the credit card in the back. Yeah.
Okay. Hope that's helped you a little bit, Dan. Apologies, not a great answer. Frank Thomas, aka
Hey, Frank.
Fruity.
Hey,
Hi,
Fruity.
chaps. We have first cruise on Voyager booked for the Canaries in February, but we'll switch to last minute Caribbean and pay amendment fee. Ooh, do you think we should purchase insurance now or wait for the switch? I would wait for the switch because any insurances always ask you if you're going to X amount of places and then worldwide, including Caribbean. So if it falls through, you're not going to Caribbean, you've paid an additional fee for a place you're never going to go.
See, this could be a bit tricky though, because if you take out insurance, any holiday you book after that, you will be covered if there's cancellation. But if you have got a holiday booked and after that you take out insurance, you won't be covered for cancellation for that holiday. You might be covered for the journey and anything that goes wrong on the journey, but for cancellation, it's only after you have purchased the policy. So I'm not sure with you already having done it, but what I would say is it makes sense to date it. If you're not going abroad until the date of that cruise, then you can sort of book your insurance to start on a certain date up to a certain
because Mike and I very rarely do a singular trip insurance. We always do an annual because we're always going here, there, and everywhere. But this year we haven't actually included worldwide, including Caribbean, which is stressing me out a little bit because who knows what could happen. You know, we could get a deal and thing, and then I think they'll probably charge you quite a lot more money to add it on.
Particularly with me, with my conditions. Yeah, I mean, we just didn't think that we would be doing the Caribbean or too far worldwide this time in the next 12 months. But like you said, if a good deal comes up.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed, though.
Talking of deals.
Oh, do you want to do some deals?
Well, should we do the deals first, or should we do hints and tips? I've got one tip that I want to put out.
Okay, do your hints and tips first now. Okay.
Right. I was only browsing. I've got a number of sites that I follow on Facebook, and I was browsing and saw this, and I hadn't heard this before. Right. Basically, someone had said, looking for some advice, we are on the Discovery a few weeks back and had a picture taken while we were at dinner by the official photographer. We decided to buy the picture and ordered it using the kiosk in the reception, along with an online copy. We never got the picture or an online version, as anybody else had this happen to them. Now, it would appear that a number of people then replied saying that the same thing had happened to them. Can we just take this up a bit? And someone had put the same thing happened to my parents. It wasn't made clear that you have to download the digital copy while on the ship. They were under the impression it would be emailed to them. Fortunately, they did get the printed out copy, so I was able to scan it and create a digital. But somebody has clarified this by saying you need to download the digital copy from the Navigate app while you were on the ship and pick up the printed copy from the photo reception. So if you do have any photo from the official photographer and you want the online copy as well, then make sure you download it from the Navigate app before you leave the ship. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of fuss to try and get it.
That could be quite complex, you know, for some people. And it's a shame that the photographer doesn't explain this when he takes the photographs.
Well, there's at least two people from that straight away that said that they'd fallen. Obviously, the gentleman that put the original question, and then the person that said it, their parents had the same. And I mean, the photographs we know on there. I think when we were on there in 2023, December 2023, just a single photograph was £14, and I don't know whether you pay extra for the digital copy, but it's a lot of money, and if it's not explained to you what you need to do to get it,
and I'm assuming it wipes it off after a certain amount of time.
So seeing that, I thought I'm going to put it out so nobody else who watches us hopefully falls foul of it.
Right then, let us move on to a couple of bargains of the week. So we're going to start off with our first bargain of the week. Not that one, apologies. This one. And this is the Treasures of the Mediterranean. Now, I will discuss this one, then Michael will discuss a slightly better one next. And this is the Treasures of the Mediterranean. So it's going to the usual places, Palma, Sardinia, which I always want to go to, Naples, etc. Blah, blah, blah. It's a 7-night cruise, leaving on the 3rd of May. So not much time there, but it's only an inside cabin. But it's still not a bad price of £866, considering all is inclusive.
And what I would say is, remember, this is the online price. and you can always go to your travel agents, if you've got a local TUI travel agents or Hayes or any of them, and say, look, I have found this price. Can you beat it? And also Mary gave us a tip. She books with cruise.co.uk. She rang them up, seeing an offer online, and they beat it by £400. So don't be happy with this. Try and get even better, because these companies want your business. So you may get a little bit more. I'm not saying you're going to get 400 off this, but you might get a little bit more off.
Mary says be cheeky, because what you got to lose, they need that sale. Okay, so make sure you really go for it. Second, Mike.
Right, this is Aegean Delight, and there's £730 off the original price. The good thing I like about this one is it's an outside cabin. Occasionally on their bargains, you get a balcony even, or a family room. And so this is quite nice for an outside cabin. And although this one says it's departing from London Gatwick, again, you can speak to your TUI rep or give them a call, or wherever you book it in the end, and arrange for it from another regional airport. There may be a slight increase in price, but you can do that. And so this looks lovely. It's going to Cyprus, Turkey, Kos. You know, it looks a really nice
I really
cruise.
like the fact as well that if you wanted to, you can adapt it and have like a cruise and stay option. So you can add on nights before and after and blah, blah, blah. So pretty good, to be fair. Moving on to the next one. I like this one purely based on the fact that this gives you plenty of time. This one's Aegean Shores, going to Corfu, Kefalonia, etc. But this is not going out to the 6th of June. Bit more expensive, and it's only an inside cabin, but 1,224, remember, guys, for flights. All inclusive, food and drinks, and a lovely holiday. And that gives you plenty of time to book it as well. So £638 saving on that one.
It's very good, and I reckon you could get a little bit more off then. If you fancy this cruise, keep an eye on Marella Last Minute Cruises, because the nearer this gets to the date, if it hasn't sold and they've got cabins, then the price will probably drop lower. So, you know, be prepared if you want to wait to get a better price.
Now, the next one is something that Michael has always dreamed of doing, but we've actually found a flaw in this. So we're going to put it forward and show you. Michael has always wanted to do a really long cruise. I know Chris and Sarah have done. Sorry, Chris and Sarah? Yeah, Chris and Sarah. I don't know.
No, Stuart and Kerry.
Stuart and Kerry.
They did the 35-day P&O transatlantic.
Sorry, guys. They did a 35-day transatlantic. Now, the reason why we found a flaw in this is because this is a 35-night Tahitian elegance. It's going on Princess Cruise Line. The problem is there is no drinks package in this. Now,
but what you do get is you do get your flights. You do get a 2-night stay in a Los Angeles hotel, and you get the cruise, which is amazing.
Okay, but $2,399. You don't get any drinks package. Now, we've looked into the drinks packages there, and we are seeing $69 per day. Now, you work that out over 35 nights.
Well, it's going to be roughly about 2,000 extra, isn't it?
Added on to your cruise. So even though it looks great, for 35 nights, I'm going to need, even if it's a basic drinks package with like pop and stuff on, I'm going to want it.
I'll go teetotal for 35 days. I'll have tea, coffee and water. You might get juice.
So even though it looks great, it probably is not good for someone like me that needs a G&T.
But it goes, it's an amazing itinerary. Hawaii, Fiji, Tahiti, Papi, Moorea, all places that are my dream. I want to go one day.
What's he like?
When you're taking me, Dave.
Never. I would get 35 days off work. Right, let's do a few more comments. Right. I told him we can. Right then. So where are we? Anne, hello.
Hey,
Good evening, Mike and Dave. And hello, Anne.
Good evening to you.
Dimitri, thank you for your review on the Sunam Hotel last week. I've been curious about staying there, and your review highlighted some key points.
Yes.
Dimitri, do us a favor. Don't stay there. It was fine. Stay next door. It was superb. I can't remember the name of it, but it was so beautiful. If you go back
such
there,
a tease, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Saying don't stay there, stay next door.
No, first of all, the Sunam was very reasonably priced. It was a really nice, clean hotel. Next door is another level. Like you get your own private dipping pool. Yeah. You get these massive beanbag lounges. You get the beautiful pool there. It is stunning. If you don't look at a map at the name,
if you look for the street view, plonk yourself on the street on Google Maps and find the Sanum, and then it was on the wall, and I just cannot think of the name either.
I can't. It was part of a hotel chain, but it was beautiful.
We should have kept track of it because we'd like to go and stay there.
Definitely. And from North Shields, hello.
Oh,
Anne.
North Shields. How's the weather up there today?
I reckon it's fine everywhere.
It's a bit, I think it's going to take a bit longer up north to get as nice as we're having it down here.
We'll go to Malini. Yes, so when we do the water ferry from Sadtat to Dubrovnik, you go past there. It's got quite a few hotels. I think it was that place with that old derelict hotel on the side. It looks lovely. I mean, to be fair, it's all lovely around there. The beaches are gorgeous. The sea is so clear, but it's cold.
We really liked Croatia, didn't we? It's beautiful.
Stunning.
I mean, Split is really nice. And where else did we do in Croatia?
Oh,
Zadar.
So Zadar, Zagreb.
Yeah. No, we haven't done Zagreb.
We've not.
We've done Zadar, Dubrovnik. We've done Kavtat, obviously. We went to a wedding in Kavtat.
We did another one for the Zadar.
No. Zadar, Dubrovnik, and Split.
Split. That's what I'm thinking of.
I said Split.
I didn't mean.
Anyway, Croatia's beautiful, so I'm sure you're going to have a lovely time. And get on the ferry to Kavtat. It's a very pretty
and send some pictures.
Town.
Send
us some pictures. Anybody, if you've got anything you want to share with us, just send it to our email and we'll put that up again before we finish. But yeah, if you've got anything off the ships, any information, if you've got any questions that you'd like to cover in the future, then it will give us time to find some footage or find things that we can show to
keep it clean. Keep it clean, guys. Don't want to give him a heart attack. Right, Mary has put just go night before to get the remaining cash. Okay, so the night before. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty fast the next day for disembarkation. It's like everything's got to be out of the rooms at night time and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just wonder though, if you went to the shop or something on the morning of disembarkation,
you couldn't buy anything because it would go into an account.
It would probably come up, that you've closed the account, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Cruising with the Whites, been looking at Caribbean cruise on Marella for next April, but it's not coming up any Scotland flights or London. Well, you know what you're going to have to do, boys? Road trip. Get on the train, get on the sleeper train all the way down, have a little holiday, pre-holiday before the cruise. You'll love it. Yeah,
and then you can do a hotel review as well.
You can do a Caledonia sleeper.
Oh, yeah, Caledonia sleeper. That'd be nice. Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep an eye out as well. And if I see anything, I'll let you boys know.
Defo. Len's Legacy on the Marella Explorer cruise ship. The show Roadhouse Nights has replaced the previous popular show.
That's the one, Roadhouse Nights.
Is this like the film Roadhouse? Like it's a bit fighty.
I don't know.
A bit bar brawly.
Oh, what music would they have with that?
Roadhouse. I don't know.
What's Roadhouse?
Roadhouse is a film with Patrick Swayze.
I know it is, but what music's in it? I can't remember.
There's no music in it. It's a film. It's not a musical.
Well, how are they going to do it on stage then?
They probably made music for it, aren't they? Things like Footloose.
That's a different film.
I know. And Irvin, question: how does the QR code work for port tax if you don't have the appropriate phone? I don't know. John, Mary, where are you?
I'm not sure about port tax. We didn't pay any port tax.
We've never paid port tax, no.
So I'm not sure, Anne, what you're getting at here, because that should all be included in your cruise fare.
Everything should be included. Once you pay that price, it's all included. You shouldn't be paying additional port taxes.
We've never done it on any of the cruises that we've been in paid.
Even the likes of Havana, which was quite a dodgy port.
So we're either not getting exactly what you're asking, Anne, or as far as we're aware, we're not.
But as far as I'm concerned, Anne, regardless of the QR code, they must always provide a secondary option, because some people don't have phones. It wouldn't just be a QR code, so I wouldn't worry about it. If this is something that you've got to do, if it's with a different company or whatever like that, then I wouldn't worry. There will always be an additional way of paying. It won't just be one way.
There will be a workaround, because you won't be the only person that doesn't have the appropriate phone. No. So there will be a workaround. And if there's any problems, just go to reception and ask them there, and that they will explain it for you. Harold
Betson, hi guys.
Harold.
Hello. Right, Dan.
Hold on, Harold knows that. Good to see you, Harold.
Dan, question: is there any way you can leave valuables while having a dip?
We've had that one.
We've had this. Unfortunately, not, Dan. Like I say, each port is different. It's down to you to be vigilant with your stuff. We come up with different ways that we take our stuff. We've explained them already, but I'm sure so many people on the groups. So if you go on to any of the Marella groups on Facebook, type in that question, you'll probably have 1,000 people give you different options.
I think the key thing is don't take anything that you don't need to do to take if you're going anywhere. And I mean, just take the normal precautions that you would take anywhere. You know, keep an eye, look after your things. Don't leave them sort of miles away from where you are, because they may well go missing. Just keep things on you. Out of sight is better as well.
And constantly monitor your stuff when you're in the sea. Don't go too far out. Just
no,
stay on the shore.
As we've said, just stay near the sea. The sea, you don't get the waves like you do on other beaches. It's quite calm, and just position yourself near the sort of where the sort of sea is, and don't go too far.
You say it's quite calm. Can you remember going to British Virgin the first time and almost broke our backs?
Honestly, I was catapulted along the beach. Funny. My legs were going one direction, my arms were going another. Have they not had a hurricane?
There was a hurricane about a week pre.
Yes.
But we came in, it was awful because everything had been destroyed on the island. But we went to this beach, and the waves must have, they felt like they were about 10 foot high. They must have been about 6 foot high.
I thought I'd entered a gymnastics competition.
But they were strong. And I remember seeing that sign saying, in the case of tsunami, run for the
help. Yes, because the back of the beach, there was a church and a graveyard, wasn't there? And then there was a tsunami warning on there if you hear the siren. But I think it was the hurricane that had caused the sea to be quite sort of rough. It was good fun though.
It was. Mary, don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Oh, Mary,
cheers,
bless
Mary.
You.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up.
How many's hit it? We can't see on here, can we? How many likes we've got?
No, not yet.
Stay there.
Harold, got my eye on a 1 week of Greece, Crete, and Turkey with cruise and stay, 7-day cruise and 4-day inclusive 5-star. That's good. That £1,600 each. That's with a stay as well. Good. I'm hoping that's Marella, because with that as well, that's flights as well and all inclusive.
Yeah. I'm sure that will be Marella.
That's really good.
That's a really good deal, and beautiful places. We love Turkey. We've been discussing Turkey.
Yeah, we've been thinking about going back. It's been a long time, but
I think it was about 2017 the last time we went to Turkey, and it was the first place I ever took him.
For my birthday.
3 months after we met, I took him for his birthday to Turkey, and it's always been a bit special to us.
No one's ever treated me like that before. And I was like, I'm going to marry him.
I ain't done it since.
I'm going to marry that man. Yeah. He trapped me. Noel Lamb has put, we're already thinking ahead to our Christmas break and wondering if you've ever done a festive cruise. Yes.
Oh, I wish I got some clips of this to put on.
And if so, what was it like? Which ship and destination? So it was our Virgin cruise, not Virgin the company, but our first cruise with Marella, and we did it on Discovery 2, and it was a Christmas cruise, and we were on board for Christmas Day, and oh my word, it was fantastic.
I'd do it every year if I had my way.
Missed the family though.
I absolutely did, but it was just such a special experience. I absolutely loved it. Of course, the ship is decorated. There's Christmas trees, the big one in the atrium. And I think Christmas Day, if you remember, we were in Costa Rica, and we went to a rainforest that ran alongside the beach, and we were switching from one to the other. And we dressed in our Christmas shirts and our Christmas hats, and we sent messages home from the beach in Costa Rica. And it was one of those memories that will always live in mind. It was so
But
good.
even Christmas dinner.
The Christmas dinner was amazing. They come in and sing carols, the show team. Father Christmas comes down the
Christmas show in the theatre.
Christmas show, yeah.
You
can join the choir. They have a ship's choir for the Christmas show. You can go and rehearse and then appear on the stage. So if you've always wanted to be on the stage, it's your opportunity.
It was fantastic, and I would highly recommend it to anybody to try it once.
And of course, we did. The following year, we went on Voyager in December. We weren't on there for the main period over Christmas, but we were there sort of the end of November, beginning of December. And again, even then, the ship was done up lovely. The Christmas show was on, and it was all very festive. And a lot of the staff go around with their Christmas hats on. It's just a joyous, happy time. So yes, I would 100% recommend.
Can I quickly say, if I was you, I would double it up, Christmas and New Year's, because Mary has done the New Year's in Portugal, and it was Madeira. And it looked absolutely fantastic. So you imagine doing Christmas and New Year's.
Well, Mary has wanted, that's gone on our list that we want to do, because we have been to Madeira and we absolutely love Madeira as an island. But Mary sent us videos from the ship looking over into Funchal which is the capital of Madeira, and the fireworks, and they
Beautiful.
were absolutely spectacular. And I thought, I want to do that. Thank you, Mary.
You're making me pine for a Christmas cruise now.
Oh, I know, I could do with a Christmas cruise. And of course, the thing is that I found it just all the stresses of Christmas. Christmas can be a really stressful time. There's no stress. It was absolutely chilled, and it was just
sitting
fabulous.
on top deck on Christmas Eve and it's hot at night time, watching a film with popcorn and it was
amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would definitely recommend festive.
Excuse me.
We definitely.
Might better leave.
I got my words. It's this, Jim.
Festive.
And then I said we definitely recommend it.
Right. Move on quickly. Dan, question: Caribbean cruise. Is there anywhere you can leave valuables while having a long dip in the sea for an hour? And is there anywhere to get back into?
I think we've done this one before.
We have.
Dan. I think this is the third time, so we'll pass on that one and move on.
Yeah. Harold, question: is that a massive G&T, Dave? Yes, it is. I always use loads of tonic, loads of tea.
We've got no lemons though, have we?
No,
we'll normally have a lemon in it.
But it is got elderflower cordial in it. So elderflower cordial, nice quality gin, and the tonic. Right.
Very nice. He makes a good gin.
Thank you. Keith Lester, question: do you need proof of medication, i.e. prescription? No, I don't think you do. I think it's just the fact that you have to provide the medication you're taking.
We can't be 100% on this one. I can't see that Marella have got the right really to ask you what you need, what medication you've got or anything like that, or what condition you've got. I think if you say that you need a fridge for medication, they should take it on word. But if anybody knows better, because we haven't had to ask for it.
It's intrusive, isn't it?
I think so. I think they'd have to be very careful what they ask people if they're
when I take my pearl cream with me and it's got to be chilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they would ask
and expect you.
But again, what I would say, Keith, is ring that assisted travel team and just say, you need one, but how do you get one?
Yeah. Billy Blacklock has put thumbs up. Well done, Billy.
I forgot you get that.
Frank Thomas, Fruity, a week last minute Caribbean was the same price as Canaries. Yeah. We booked just medical cover was £200 Canaries for £70. Yeah. I don't know why, but the Canaries cruises are very expensive. I was actually surprised at how expensive the Canaries were, full stop. We thought it was going to be cheap.
I think it's because they're quite popular, because you've got the weather and you haven't got to get, a lot of people don't want that long flight to the Caribbean.
But do you know what annoys me? That you've got to fly to the Canaries when it could be done from, I don't know why they don't cruise from Southampton. I have no idea. But you're looking at probably a day's travel, probably a day and a half travel to the Canaries from the UK. Would you say that? Yeah, it's probably about, about a day and a half travel.
I mean, I have to say that you can get some. I mean, if you can travel at any time, the best deals you are going to get are the last minute ones, and particularly look for the repositioning cruises. The repositioning cruises are fantastic value for money. And there was one last year, I think, which was about 17 nights, but you still had about 12 ports of call in that. And then, of course, you have got the long journey across the transatlantic, but you can get those for an absolute bargain.
Yeah, I'm not going to delve into why your insurance is so high there, but if you haven't bought yet, shop around. Mickey has medical conditions that make his insurance extremely expensive.
I mean, if I wanted to add Caribbean and worldwide,
it would be astronomical.
It would go a lot more. I mean, it's still expensive enough without this year, but you get older and you get the list growing and your conditions, then unfortunately paying more for your insurance comes with it. But shop around, because you can get better deals.
Yeah. Anne has put, read the deals. Old saying, shy bairns get out.
No. Don't ask, don't guess.
Exactly. Yes. Life of Benji. Hello. Hi, first cruise next
month.
Hi,
Benji.
On Discovery 2. Discovery 2. Any advice and tips for the first timer and solo traveler? Oh, he's a solo traveler.
Yes, you are going to fall in love with Marella. That was our first ship, and that was the ship that was responsible for getting us hooked back into cruising, and especially our love for Marella.
Can I give a tip?
Yes.
We met 2 solo travelers on Discovery 2. My tip is talk to everybody. Everybody will talk back to you. Everyone's friendly. And this chap was so interesting. He ended up, did he sit with us one night for a meal?
Yeah.
and really interesting. But don't be afraid to talk to people. Go to the show.
The other thing is, we know that Marella do have a letter waiting for you in your room. Although somebody has said it's only if you've got a solo cabin, but other people have said, well, we had it anyway as well. And that letter invites you to a meeting, not a meeting, but a social drink where you can meet other solo cruisers. And also make sure you find, if you don't get that letter, make sure you go and find the guest reception. Is it the guest relations?
Yeah.
There is a desk usually somewhere near reception where you will find somebody from guest relations, and I have heard that they are absolutely superb, and they arrange get-togethers for solo travelers, and you will be looked after, and if not, you should be.
One more tip as well is find a table you like, stick with it. Even if it's not a party table where you're mixing with others and you're on your own on a table, stick with it. Get to know your servers because they will look after you. And they really will.
You, by having the same servers every day, you build that rapport. So, you know, you'll have a laugh and a joke. They'll ask about your day, and the servers are absolutely, well, all the staff on the ships are absolutely brilliant. Probably with the exception of reception.
Well, yeah, they're nasty. Lynn and Dave, hello, hi guys.
Hey, Lynn and Dave.
Been away at friends for a weekend. Sorry we're late.
Oh,
well,
it's no problem.
No, it is a problem. That's not good enough. Dave. Sort it out.
Yeah, we'll let you off though, just for this one.
Stuart McCullough, hello Stu. Princess Plus drinks package also includes gratuities and internet.
That's probably why it's more expensive then.
Yeah, I want to know how much it is for 35 days, or Stu.
Well,
I need to know.
35 days at say $60. 10 days would be 600. So 30 days would be 1,800.
It's close to $2,000 or $2,000.
It is close to $2,000. So a lot of money. But as I say, to see those places, I will go without alcohol.
But then let's be fair, if you can afford to go on a 35-night holiday, you can't be short some cash. So you know what I mean. Stop being stingy.
When you're taking me.
Anne, 13 degrees. That's not bad.
Oh, that's
Anne.
all right.
That's not bad.
It's going to get warmer, Anne.
Yeah.
It's been a beautiful, probably.
It's about 27 day, wasn't it?
It's been a beautiful day.
Really
we had
hot.
the top down on the car, which was absolutely beautiful.
Mercedes, first roof off in. It's been the first time this year, isn't it?
No, I've done it a couple of times.
Oh, he's done
without
it.
you.
I've not. Yeah. Well, I've been in work, no doubt.
Oh, I put the heater on and just have it blowing at me. Any excuse to get the roof down. But it's so much nicer when you take that roof off and the sun hits you.
Yeah, but not on my bald head. I have to wear a baseball cap. Mary, if you owe anything on the card, they won't let you off the ship, Mike. If you had cashed out all your remaining money, then bought something else, just pop to reception and pay it.
That makes sense, yeah.
Do you know what, though? I quite like that. I might just do that, not pay, so they keep me on the cruise for another week.
I think they might be calling. I think they might be calling somebody.
Sleep in the corridor. Fine.
Yeah, you don't want the experience after the one I had with the Spanish police, but we won't go
there. Mary, I've never paid port tax.
No,
Nora.
No, I don't think you.
I
don't know what you're thinking of.
I'm hoping, Anne, you got confused, and this is a nice discovery for you. The fact that if you're on Marella, you won't have to pay port tax, and that's alleviated some stress.
Your cruise fare usually covers all your taxes, which would be port taxes as well. So you should be all right with that.
Definitely. And let us know. Cruising with the Whites. Thanks, guys. We appreciate being searching all the time. Might go into Hayes and see if they can do anything. Yeah. Definitely. But also remember what Mike just said. Mary uses cruise.co.uk and she
swears by them.
She does. And Mary goes on cruises, trust me. She got a fantastic deal. So have a little look.
Yeah, they've got a website, but give them a call as well and just say, this is what we're looking for. What have you got?
Yeah. Anne has put this tax is for excursions for Trieste. We didn't do an excursion. We just went into the town, but we didn't have to pay a port tax.
I still can't see that you have to pay tax.
No.
Unless something has changed. So was this tax shown on the excursion? I'm having one of those nights tonight. Oh God! Should we start again?
Yes.
Does it show as a tax? Because usually you put the excursion up and it will give you a price.
And say each person.
Oh, maybe it's something they've added then. Because it's like when you go to certain countries, you've got to pay a tenner to get in. So
do you know what? I'm a bit annoyed if they've done that because Trieste was such well, it wasn't easy to get back in because they were quite strict, but such a lovely place, and to charge people to go into it, that's a bit naughty.
Yeah, because we were only there July last year.
But let's remember, you don't do that for Italy.
Maybe it's just excursions because of, I don't know, the environment, because you're getting on transport to go. I don't know. But it's a new one on us, and so I will look into that one as well.
Yeah, definitely. John Freeman, been doing your research again. Hotels close to Sonam, Artemis bungalows. No, we want those. Relaxo, Leisure, no. Sandra, no.
I don't want to say it.
John, it was literally next door. So if you're looking at the entrance, it's next door to the right. It's just a set of bungalows.
If you look at the front of the Sanam, the reception, it was right to the right of that.
But literally
that's what
next
you
door.
said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why am I repeating it?
Mary, Nor Lamb, we've done the past 2 years on Explorer for Christmas and New Year in the Canaries. It was absolutely lovely. Proper Christmas dinner, etc. Don't forget to take festive.
Yes, Mary had the antlers. I think it was antlers, wasn't it, Mary?
It's part of the fun.
We've seen a picture of Mary at Christmas dinner having her antlers.
Dressing up is part of the fun.
Oh, it's lovely. And all the staff do it, and everybody's happy, and it's a lovely.
And like you said, stress-free.
Stress-free. Yeah, why cook your dinner when somebody else can do it for you?
And one day we'll see Mary.
It was a really nice meal.
It was gorgeous. And I even think the excursion tax might be new.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shame that they've done that.
But you see, we've got the ETIAS coming in soon for Europe, which is going to be the same as the ETA is it, or ESTA for America, or is it ETIA, something like that. But
no, it's the ESTA.
Yeah, we pay that going into America. Well, apparently it was supposed to be coming in this year, but Europe have delayed it. I don't know what the problems is. So again, I don't think it's now expected to come until next year. But a lot of these places are bringing in taxes just to get a bit more money out the tourist.
Mills Travel Adventures. Hello, good evening. Sorry for listening after Sunday
doing?
roast. We'll let you off. I could have murdered the Sunday roast tonight, but they said I cooked kebabs.
Oh, they're nice.
Kebabs.
Nice kebabs. Lovely. Yeah.
Harold, thanks guys. Yes, Morella Discovery 2, Cyprus, Athens, Santorini, Crete, and
Wow, nice.
And 4 nights all-inclusive 5-star Cyprus. That's really good, Harold.
Wow,
really good. I'm impressed. 1.6 is not bad at all.
No,
considering you're getting a
5-star hotel
and 4 nights, and your flights, and your food, and all that sort of stuff.
You're gonna have an amazing time, Harold. I'll look forward to you coming back and letting us know how it went.
Definitely, Chris Haddington. We did Christmas and New Year on Voyager in the Caribbean. Best holiday ever.
Could have been on the same one as us.
No, because we weren't.
No, Voyager. We weren't Christmas, were we? No.
What's he like?
We were close though. I think we came back about the 17th, didn't we?
That's not close. It was like a week before Christmas.
They could have been on a week before Christmas.
Yeah, they could have done 2 weeks. Mills Travel.
It would have been nice to have met you anyway.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, hopefully we'll meet all of you at some point. I don't know how, but we will. Mills Travel Adventures. We booked the Royal Caribbean Cape Town to Singapore in November. What are the seas like? Anyone know across Indian Ocean? We stop at the Reunion. I've always wanted to go there. We've been to Mauritius, which is stunning, absolutely beautiful. Make sure you do a rum factory tour. They are beautiful, and you get a little bit pissed.
That is an amazing cruise.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous of that.
We've done a couple of Caribbean, and I would love to go off and do something like that because Singapore is a big one on our list that I want to do. I want to go and have a Singapore sling in Raffles, so that's a massive one for me to go to Singapore. But I mean, Mauritius and
can I quickly jump in though? We weren't a massive fan of the capital, which was Port. Oh God, I've forgotten the name of the capital of Mauritius. Royal? No, that's Jamaica.
Yeah.
Anyway, the capital of thing we weren't that fussed with, but we found because we were there for like 2 weeks, but we hit it mid-cyclone, so it wasn't the best holiday we ever had. But I always want to go back to Mauritius.
I was too frightened.
Beautiful.
Too frightened walking because of this cyclone. I thought I was going to get it constantly by coconut. I was scared to walk anyway. But Mauritius was beautiful, and we had so many plans for Mauritius, and the cyclone just took ages to clear. So it hung around
we had about
for
5 or 6
5 days.
nice days.
Oh, the first couple of days we got there, it was absolutely beautiful. And then suddenly one day we noticed everything had been tied. Remember, we went on the beach.
I remember.
All the furniture had been tied.
And then after the cyclone, or after the tail end of the cyclone came, there was no sand left, and you could see all the roots of the trees just started to stick there. It was weird.
We haven't answered the question about what's the Indian Ocean.
Oh, we don't know, but hopefully, because I know that some of our subscribers have done Singapore cruises that would have gone that way. We don't go to Singapore from the UK, so it's going to have to be a stop over one. Guaranteed someone's done it here. So if you've done it, please let Mills know.
And also, just to let you know, Mills Travel Adventure are on YouTube. Some great videos, particularly of Marella, and obviously we're all going to look forward to seeing your videos of this. So go check them out on YouTube, Mills Travel Adventure.
Harold, question: was your Christmas Day cruise expensive, or did you get a deal? When I looked, it was about £3 each. It was expensive. It does go up in price because it's Christmas, because of all the additional things that go on. Which now I look back, it doesn't bother me with the price we paid. We paid about 2.8.
I think we paid 2.8. Yeah,
about 2.8.
The annoying thing was, I have seen it as low as 1,700 if you can wait last minute.
We know people that have got it cheap as well.
Of course, the danger of waiting for a last minute is there might be no availability.
Charge Apple Watch.
What is wrong with you tonight?
I haven't had that much gin yet.
What you're saying is it's hit or miss whether or not.
There's no if you wait to try and get a price like that, there's no guarantee you're going to get one.
Charge Apple Watch.
Right, it's charging. So, you know, you take your chance. We didn't want to take the chance, and we booked it at 2.8.
And it's worth it.
I think if you're happy with the price, then go for it. Yeah, people may get it cheaper.
And 2.8 was with a with an outside.
Yeah,
so it wasn't an inside; it was an outside. So it wasn't that bad of a price.
No, because that 1.7 would have been.
And we were premium.
Yes, we were. Yeah,
we were premium drinks as well. Time. We smashed it on that one. So I hope that answers your question for you, Stephen Brown. At Mills Travel Adventures, we sailed the Indian Ocean in November, December 23, and it was flat calm for 2 weeks.
Stephen, thanks for answering that. That's great advice.
Indian Ocean, though, can get volatile. I know it can. It gets tropical storms quite a lot.
Why do I think around Reunion Island it might be quite rough?
Because it's a surface paradise, so it's got reef. But it's reef. It might not be out back. Is
that where you used to get the Somali pirates as well?
Anywhere in the Indian Ocean, it gets Somali pirates, I think,
Are the Somali pirates still a thing? Because you don't hear anything anymore.
If you go in certain areas, I think they have guards that come on at certain ports and travel through with guns. I don't think you're going to be in danger on a cruise ship, are you? You'd be surprised. These are like they're terrible.
Don't say that now.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Noor Lamb, if you had to choose one Marella ship as your favourite and least favourite, what would they be? Right, we've only done 3 out of the 5. So currently, my favourites are. It's hard. Discovery 2 and Voyager on par, but I'm going to go with Voyager first. So Voyager first, Discovery 2 second, and Explorer third.
I would say that there is very little difference. It is like this. Very little difference. We have loved every Marella ship for a different reason. Yeah. I would go Voyager simply for the fact that there's just seemed to be so much more to do on there. All of the Marella ships we've had great fun on, and you know, we find not only the staffs are friendly, but fellow passengers have been way friendlier on a Marella ship than we've experienced before. So Voyager, that's because of things like the exchange, the kitchens, and just little things that made the difference. And I would then say Discovery 2, just a smidgen ahead of Explorer, simply for the fact that there are some absolutely stunning areas on the ship. The atrium, dining room. Oh, Dave, go to videos.
Oh, we've got a video.
Go to videos.
Hold on, everyone.
I know I saw this there earlier.
This one?
Yep. I got 2, by the way, but he never filmed me getting one.
But then we've also got this one on Discovery.
Oh, go on. I'm outshot a bit further up.
I hated that, by the way. I was scared of heights. But anyway, moving quickly.
So Discovery 2, just because there's some beautiful areas on the ship, and it was the ship that really ignited our love for cruising. And Explorer, still a wonderful ship, great fun, brilliant cruise. So nothing, just putting them ahead.
Do you know what? Good. Jacqueline, this is really sweet.
Oh,
what you put here. She said, I agree, chat to everyone. This is about the solo traveling. We met a solo traveler last May. Turned out she lives 10 miles from us.
Wow.
We met up all the time, friends for life. That is so cute.
And that is the great thing about cruising, the amount of people that meet somebody on a cruise and they're lifelong friends then. It's amazing. And I do take my hat off to solo cruisers. I think they're so brave to go away and, yes, embrace it, talk to people.
But can I just say to everybody on this channel at the moment, okay, there's only 43 currently, but for everybody on this channel, if anyone watches this video from onwards, if you are there as a couple or a group and you see someone solo, talk to them. There's nothing stopping you to talk to them and making their night a little bit, all right?
On May the 24th, I am going on a taster solo cruise. Never cruised solo before, and I'm going to experience it. It's with MSC though. I want to experience it. I want to experience MSC. I want to experience how I am going to be going solo, because this will then decide moving forward whether I do more solo cruises. Because I'm retired and he isn't. So yes, it's going to be a really good experience. And I want to see how friendly people are and whether, you know, they do look after you as a solo. Maybe the fact that it's a party cruise. I won't be in any state to be looked after.
So he doesn't get lost. Right, moving on. Donna Cooper, any experience of a cabin inside, right at the front of the ship, being allocated this location for our next cruise in 9 days? Depends what ship you're on. We had an inside with Explorer 2 at the front of the ship. Explorer 2 at the front of the ship, and we were directly under we were above the theatre.
Yeah.
Directly above the theatre, and I had no problems at all. It was noisy up until about 10 o'clock the noise ends. But I had no problems at all.
I think the thing is we always say to people, and we try midship, is it lower the better? That's if you're prone to seasickness, but we're quite lucky we don't get seasickness, and we've not had a problem from mid.
The only problem is with the lower you go, the more noise you get from the M1.
Of course, avoid anyway. You want to look for a deck where you've got cabins above and cabins below, and each side of you, so that you're not below. I guess if you've not, because Explorer, we didn't pre-choose our. I don't know. I'm tired. We didn't pre-choose our cabin on our last Explorer. We took what they gave us, and we had absolutely no problem at all, Donna. It was fine. The only thing we had was a little bit of noise when they were rehearsing in the theatre, but the show finishes, I think it's 10:30. The show finishes about 11:30, and we were never in the room that early.
The trick is, Donna, stay out past 10:30, get drunk, and then sleep.
Let's have a party.
And the port excursion is on the Chewy Marella app. Okay.
Right, I will have a look at that. We'll have a look at that, because that's good info to know and for us to give out if need be.
Behind Mark.
Hey,
Mark's in the room.
It is the drink, Mark.
Everybody, this is Mark and Jack. Yes. They come on the cruises with us. So
yes, if you've seen our videos, this is Mark.
This is the famous one that wears braces and scared of heights.
Yeah. And they're coming with us to the fields.
They are. And Irvin, no, we're going with them. Because it's about time. It's about them.
Okay.
They always come with us.
Okay.
We're going with them.
Okay. We're going with them.
And Irvin, it's shown on the excursion on the app. Lovely.
Okay, we'll check that out.
It isn't just Trieste, Venice. Maybe it's an Italian thing now.
Well, it's looking like that, isn't it? If it's Trieste and Venice, does it apply on ports in other countries, or is it just the Italian ones?
Frank Thomas, have you done all the Marella Caribbean itinerary? And if so, which was your favorite? Lots of choice. We've done majority of the Caribbean now, but we didn't do it all on Marella. We did do quite a lot of things on Celebrity that we haven't actually done on Marella.
I mean,
there's not much left.
I mean, unfortunately, the first cruise we did with Marella was fantastic, and it was Cuba, Costa Rica, Colombia, Panama. Amazing itinerary, and for some reason they stopped doing that one. We've done Paradise Islands and a taste of the tropics. Absolutely love that cruise too. Some beautiful islands. I think what I loved about that cruise was you did 12 islands in 14 days. So you didn't have there was only the 2 sea days. And all of the islands are brilliant. What we haven't done, and we may well go back and do sometime, is the Dom Rep. Because we've gone from Barbados, we've gone from Jamaica, which was the first cruise.
But I would like to go to swim with the pigs.
Bahamas, but they don't do Bahamas.
No, I know, but there's the Bahamas I want to go to, Dom Rep I want to go to, and I want to go back to Curacao, and I want to go back to Oranjestad.
So we haven't finished with Marella and the Caribbean just yet.
Yeah.
But I want to go Asia and that way, or ideally South Pacific.
Mills Travel, Stephen Brown. That sounds like a goal for me. Great deal. 1-6. Fantastic. I'm all for that. John Freeman, Sam Florentin.
Is that a drink?
No, it's going to be to do with a question previously, but I can't.
See, that's the problem when I blether. We get so far behind. Somebody's answered the question and we can't remember what the question was.
Oh, John's looking at hotels.
Oh, no, it wasn't Sam. I'm sure it began with M. I've got M in my mind, but then I don't think you can trust anything I say. Miraflor.
There we go,
That's
John.
the one.
It was the HL Miraflor Suites.
That's the one.
Amazing.
If ever you go to Gran Canaria to play at Ingalls, look for that hotel. It is amazing. We're going to stay there next time.
Yeah. Are we going back, are we?
So.
Let's keep you on a leash.
I think so.
Anne Irvin, Liverpool wants to charge a tax now.
Well, we're getting charged, so yeah, let's start charging.
No, but you know what? I've been talking about this to Mike and other people for a while, and Spain charge a tourist tax. Other countries charge a tourist tax. Imagine how much money we'd make if we just charged a tenner in London.
What worries me though, that this isn't just for foreign visitors. This would be for anybody visiting Liverpool. So we'd have to pay it as well.
I don't think if you're a resident you have to pay it. I don't.
What
Spanish people don't pay to stay in
hotels. What about
city
car tax?
Spanish people do not
pay.
City
car tax.
Spanish people do not pay to stay in a hotel in Spain.
Yeah, but we're not Spain.
No. Anyway, Port Louis, I think.
Port Louis, that's the one.
Port Louis.
Port Louis.
I wasn't a massive fan. You might love it. It had a nice sort of like fort. It
rained that day, didn't it?
It was miserable.
Yeah, it rained. That was the day that was still part of the what was it? Cyclone.
Yeah. Crap weather. Cheers for the plug, guys. Check in post. Yes, no worries,
welcome.
Mills.
You're very welcome.
Hopefully, people come and have a check out. Guys, if we can put a stop on the comments now, I do apologise. We'll be here 10 minutes over. We've still got a few to go. Cruise with the Whites. Have you booked that October cruise yet, guys? Magic with Spain, 4th Voyager. We haven't. We're still waiting. We're still looking, waiting. I know Mike wants to cruise on that one.
I think the problem is that we want to do the whole set of Marella, and we've done Voyager, we've done Explorer, we've done Discovery 2. So I really want to do, if we sail next time we sail with Marella,
just go now.
Next time we sail with Marella, I'd really like to do Discovery or Explorer 2, just so that both of those ships we haven't done are adults only at the moment for this season. Explorer 2 always is, but Discovery this season is also adults only, so we'd love it for that reason. But I don't know whether I want to go back just yet. I'd love to go back on Voyager at some point, but I'd like to get the 5, and then I'd feel we really do understand Marella as much as we can.
Stephen Brown's giving love to Mills Travel. Have a great trip.
Yeah.
Thomas Aitken, gotta go, guys. Have a great P&O cruise. Take care.
Right, we gotta go. We need to hurry.
Cheers,
no more comments.
Mary, Welton, Dave on the climbing wall. Cheers, Mary. I didn't actually that, but yeah, it wasn't fun. And I'd had a drink. I didn't realize you're not meant to. Anyway, Noor Lamb, that's good because we're on Voyager in 5 days. You're gonna love it, Noor.
It's amazing. Love it. And I want you to come back and let us know how you got on.
And I'm glad you talked to everybody because we do as well. Yeah, if we ever see you, make sure you come and say
remember,
hello.
You can make lifelong friends on cruises.
Definitely. Mary might go solo down at Acapulco. He wishes.
I wish it was.
I'd be coming if it was Acapulco.
Oh, see, that's another one. I've always wanted to go to Rio.
Going low.
And the Iguazu Falls.
Donna Cooper, thank you. Mwah. Thank
Donna.
You, Donna. Anne Irvin, Mary, Anne Irvin, I would imagine you might be charged a tax on your cruise account, just a guess though. Yeah, because I don't like the fact that they're charged actual money.
If you've got to start paying this port tax, then really they need to add that to the cruise, the overall fee that you pay, so that all taxes are included. So I would hope Marella might look at doing that.
Yeah. Mills Travel, we had a perfect room on Discovery last month next door to the coffee pot.
Early morning coffee, very nice.
Yeah, I didn't know they had rooms next to the coffee pot.
No.
I'm trying to remember Discovery 2 because Discovery's the same layout.
Nice,
I'd have been there all the time.
First thing in the morning, I'd get me nice coffee from there.
Lavazzo,
I love a Lavazzo coffee, and that's what they do on the coffee ports.
Mark and Jack loved the Lavazzo coffee as well. And the hot chocolate.
I think that was all. He was indeed one of the 4 burly chaps.
He was.
What was he? What was his name?
I don't know.
The Minotaur.
I can't remember.
I was Father Christmas.
Mark is the one that's about 4 foot tall.
What was your name?
I can't remember. But he's about 4 foot tall. He's got braces and he's scared of heights. So that's Mark.
He's watching, remember?
That's why I said it. Mills Travel, how about some Mills Travel Adventures? You may maybe ask for a quote for the same cruise, Cape Town to Singapore.
We might have to ask for it as well. How many days is it though? Because you're stuck if it's more than about 14, aren't you?
Yeah, I can't seem to get 2 weeks off work, but there is a way, but I've just not been there long enough yet to sort of like work
we'll
it all
sort
out.
it, but I'd love to do that cruise as well.
And we were only thinking of doing Trieste, Venice, so maybe only Italy. Trieste as a city is stunning, and we didn't go any further than the actual city, and we had a drink, and it was actually quite cheap. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Venice, you could do a trip from there to Venice, but unfortunately, I think it's quite a while, isn't it? And I think, like when we went to Jamaica, we did a trip to what's the falls? Anyway, the famous falls in Jamaica. We did it from the port, and it took all day.
The Duns River Falls.
Yeah, if we did it from a different port, it'd have been really quick, and we'd have had more time there. So just be mindful, going places like that. It might take up your whole
Venice,
day.
if you haven't been there, and get to
It's beautiful.
It was everything that I dreamed it would be. People told me, oh, it smells, and it doesn't smell. Venice, we went just after COVID was sort of tailing off. So we were really lucky that we didn't have a lot of tourists there, and we had the most fantastic day. We went by train, didn't we, from where were we staying? Valencia.
Yeah.
We went by train, and it was just, you come out the train station and straight away, it was just wow. So go to Venice, even if it's only for a couple of hours. It's an amazing, amazing place.
Dan, we have a rear of boat cabin, deck 7. Any advantages or disadvantages of them?
I don't think so.
If you are not happy with your room for any reason at all, you can always speak to Thing, because they have to hold rooms back. We were always told once that sometimes cruises travel on 50% capacity. That's not true, Marella, but they always have rooms back. We saw a couple that had a mobility issue once, and that was only with a walking stick, and they complained about access and got moved to a suite. So sometimes
I think it depends what Dan's talking about, though. Are you talking about movement? Because definitely you might get a little bit more movement.
Well, he's asking for disadvantages or advantages, and I'm saying we don't know. So if there's a problem in the room, you can always ask to.
I think it very much depends what you're above, what's above you, and what's below you. And if you've got a nightclub or a restaurant, then it may well be noisier. Movement might be a bit more at the front.
Promenade decks are bad. We stayed in an outside cabin once with the promenade deck, and everybody in the morning moving sunbeds and stuff. Oh, it's like chalkboard. It's horrible.
But we've never had to go and ask for a change. We've always been happy with our cabins.
Mills and Harold are sorting out a little cruise date there.
Go and have a G&T.
Harold, it's $900 for the cruise, but no price for flights. We'll see. I'm a bit jealous. They're making friends. I want to be friends. Discovery adults only from next year was kids on our
I thought it was this year. So next year, I thought it was this year.
I thought Discovery was only going for summertime as well.
Yeah, I thought it was this summer that it was going. Are we doing? Because we definitely need to think about.
We're almost 20 minutes over. Life of Benji. Do you advise taking cash or spending at port, etc., or use card? We always use our Starling card. Our Starling card. We took that account out because it gives you the best rate. It's not one of those.
It's an online bank, so
it's an actual card.
You've got Monzo, Starling,
yeah,
the Revolut, is it? So we always do that. We load money onto that, and we just use the card, and we've never had a problem using the card for anywhere.
We have got information somewhere on a video I think we've done before.
What I would say though is you will need. It may be worth. We used to take out about. I think we took about 150 in US dollars. And we took a little bit in euros because of the Dutch-owned islands. But yeah, take a little bit of cash for things like sun loungers, sunbeds, taxis might be better paying by cash. But on the whole, you'll pay most things by card. Yeah.
Harold says 70 days that cruise. Sorry, Dave, pull a sickie. Do you know what? I have never pulled a sickie in my life.
I'll come and join Mills and Harold,
crack on,
and we'll all do Singapore.
John Freeman, I have to try my homemade dams and gin. Chat later. Cheers, John. Take it easy. Care. Mary, thanks, guys. Enjoy your gin tonight.
Yeah,
thank you, Mary.
Thank you. We're winding up now. No more comments.
Oh no, Kerry McCulloch. We got married in Venice.
Oh wow! Hold on, that is definitely worth What a place to get married. Absolute amazing memories, I bet.
Definitely. Noel Lamb, thanks, guys. Good info. Need a Pinot refill. I'm glad you said that, because if Mike had read that out, he'd have said something totally different. Harold Betterson, great live. See you next time. Thank you, Harold.
See you, Harold.
Right then, on that one, everybody,
are we done?
We are done.
Right.
We are going to say good night.
20
Please,
minutes late.
don't forget to like and subscribe. It also helps us out loads. Everybody, thank you for watching. You will see us next week, because we're going to do one, because we're on our cruise after that. So it's going to be next week. We're going to do a live before we go on cruise.
Yeah, and we'll talk about things that we're going to be doing on our
We're also going to talk about some of the things that we find quite frustrating with P&O and how to book things beforehand. So make sure you watch. It's going to be a very interesting one.
P&O, what an experience compared to what we've experienced with Marella. So join us next week to find out what we think about the P&O experience compared to Marella.
Definitely. So, guys, bye all from Kerry and
Kerry.
Harold. I will have a great week.
And Stuart, bye.
Cheers, guys.
With us. Thanks so much, everyone, for being with us. Love you all, and hopefully we will see you. My hearts have stopped. Oh, there you go. No, well.